Welcome to the main stage of Contour and Charisma, presented by Girls Run These Worlds. I'm your host, Cosmic Dazai. This month, our spotlight is on Cyberpunk Red. Within the streets of Night City, the Fourth Corpo War swung into full force, with Arasaka and Miltech, as well as a plethora of other corporations, biting at each other's tails. With the military force of several countries combined, it is everyone out for themselves. This is where we meet our group of new hirees. Under the threat of poverty and death, our slaves to the gig economy now must fight to survive in this brave new world. With that being said, biofreaks, start your engines, and may the best woman win! Now, if everyone would like to introduce themselves, please.
I'll go. Hi, I'm Abaddon, or DK. When I'm not here, you can find me over on Exquisite Corpse Presents, where I'm usually in the storyteller chair. And today I will be playing Sweetheart.
Hello, I am Awkward Cassidy _ on Twitter. Cassidy, I do a couple things around here. Catch spy.edu on YouTube. And I'm very excited. I am playing Joy, the medtech.
Hi, I'm Ark. I'm Arcanian Ending everywhere. Today I will be playing Inky, our Solos, who's a very cute but deadly murderer.
Hi, I'm Amanda, balderdashing on most things, and today I will be playing Kel, the nomad.
And hello, everyone. I'm JJ. You can find me on Twitter at JJ_Cray. I am your friendly neighborhood TTRPG chef. Like to host Tasty Tavern, where I cook recipes from nice TTRPG cookbooks. So that's me. And today I will be playing Mirror, our Lebanese media influencer.
And with that being said, let's get into tonight's game. Why he painted him all over in the hue of blackest crime, and he smeared his reputation with the thickest kind of grime. Till I found myself a-wondering, in the misty way and dim, how the Lord had come to fashion such an awful man as him. The bright, blaring lights of Night City were a familiar sight to you all now. Many things encompassed the trash heap that was your home. Poverty, inequality, pollution. It was just some of the things you had to deal with on a daily basis. For those of the upper echelon, they never had to experience such harsh realities. They never had to actively fear for their lives or fight in a war just to maintain what semblance of freedom they had left. People like you, on the other end, did. In the year 2023, with the Fourth Corporate War in full effect, any chance of leisure, freedom, and sustainability had been thrown out the window. You didn't even know how this whole war started. It didn't affect you lowly peons anyway, until it did. It was a rich man's game, and you all knew it. You were all pawns in a larger game of tic-tac-toe. You were all meant to be sacrificed like lambs to the slaughter, and there was not one damn thing any one of you could do about it. You were all workers at Militech. You didn't necessarily choose who you want to work for. You were more so cajoled into the position as one of their foot soldiers for this war. Some of you were new to this reality, as living as a wannabe rock star, a sex worker, an influencer, or at worst, a corpo. Hard times fell upon you lot, and this was what you were shamefully had to resort to. Others of you, this was very much your reality. You knew for a long time that you were nothing more than disposable flesh and bone. You all were just flesh automatons that had no real dreams or ambitions. For you, there was no hope escaping this. This was merely another 9 to 5 for you all. Your dreams have long been snuffed out, and this was just another opportunity for yet another paycheck. It didn't faze you at all. Nevertheless, as slaves to the gig economy, working as what were essentially underpaid and overworked mercenaries, you knew what your objective was. Go whole hog. Tear up those streets. It was the same old, same old. And today was the day you all reported to your direct supervisor. The man in question was your handler. He had cut straight to the point, made no attempt to upscale what he was saying. It was what it was to all of you. He had platinum blonde hair, sharp blue eyes that stuck up from under his lashes, and a power suit that screeched middle-wage white-collar worker. He was the guy that organized the PSYOPs. He was part of Militech's counterintelligence division. He was akin to any Wall Street type. He cared about money and profits at the end of the day. Anyone he used in order to get those profits were no more than disposable. He was nice enough to feign care about your safety, but that was about it. He didn't care about you beyond the specificity of it all. Now, tell me, how are you all entering into Militech's offices? How are you entering? Anyone can start.
Oh, there we go. I think I would probably come in very colorful and bubbly and just kind of like weaving through the people and just kind of like, oh, I love your, like, just feeding people compliments. Like, oh, hi. Oh, I love your blouse. That's so pretty. Okay, bye. As I'm like weaving my way through on my way to the handler.
Okay, next.
I think Joy walks
Kel
in
kind-
very. Oh. I think Joy walks in very comfortably, like she's been here before. Not really stopping to talk to anybody, just headed straight where she's headed.
I think since it's the daytime and I'm here for my actual job, I am moving as surreptitiously as possible. Fabulous and the best urban flash that I have, but hopefully as forgettable as possible and just moving between everyone, trying to get up to the sit rep room.
Kel will probably slink in kind of self-consciously wiping engine grease off on her shirt because she is filthy from the road and looks like she doesn't belong here.
Inky doesn't care. She walks in with a giant sniper rifle just like over her shoulder, like tra la la, back to business.
Well, lucky you, you all do have IDs that identify you as being a part of Militech. Ah, those are my favorite troopers. He outstretched his arms as if going to embrace you all, but you all knew that such a feeble thing was just actively showing emotion or even being pleasant to creatures as lowly as you all was below his pay grade. He was your boss, and he was more than happy to make sure you remember that. Come in, come in. I'm only going to say this once. So, nice to have you all here. Have to say, you know, after the incident in Sarajevo and that Georgian job, the higher ups are a bit hesitant to send some of you out. He admitted all too casually before going to smoke one of his infamous Cuban cigars. Then some of you guys are new. They don't even want to see any of you guys freak out or something, you know? They are trying to work on the conditioning app, but it isn't doing its job properly anymore. doesn't push out the same type of soldiers. Just built different, I guess. Well, let me sit down, please. Listen, I'm going to be a bit honest with you guys. There's not much a bunch of fucked up detached losers like you can do anyway. It's no harm, no foul, but remember this isn't just some one-off mission. You should know better than anyone. You're supposed to be our future elites. Think of that for a moment. Do you understand what it would look like if we lose? Our year-end profits? Our shares? This means a lot to us, clearly. Are any of you all going to speak, or am I talking to a bunch of stiffs?
Kel's just looking wildly unimpressed with the entire speech.
I think it's perfectly understandable that you all would have concerns. And I think that if those concerns were overpowering, we probably wouldn't be seated here. We'd probably be out on the street. So thank you for giving us the opportunity. I'm sure we won't disappoint.
You are oh so welcome. It really is in Meltech's branding now to care about, the lower classes. So this was a part of our outreach group, clearly.
Obviously.
Your fixer was seemingly a bit exasperated. Not about to have a fit. He wasn't close to exploding at you, but you could tell he wasn't happy. Not in the very least. Life and death seemed to matter very little to him. After all, he wasn't the one on the streets dealing with the issues. You were always the ones pushed to the front lines. If shit went sideways, you were always the first ones to know, and also the first ones to feel the burn. Sure, Stephen might have been turned down for his promotion, but at the end of the day, he never received any repercussions for his actions. That was just how business worked nowadays. It wasn't cruel, it was just business acumen. Then again, some of you already knew this spiel already. It was something brutal, tempting you with the possibility of, if you worked hard enough, you could be one of us. You knew the eddies you were all being paid could hardly suffice when it came to paying your rent. However, what else could you possibly do? Nevertheless, he flopped this manila folder onto the pristine black marble desk before him, before taking another drag off his cigar. Along with that, he placed 4 brain chips down, as well as different representative colors on the tips. One with magenta, another with deep velvet red, another with light turquoise blue, another that was bright yellow, and one that was a violet purple. The man smiled with malice towards you all, as he motioned for you to insert the brain chips into your respective slots. Well, go on. It's not like I'm going to kill you. It sounded like he was saying this in jest, yet you all knew that if he was going to try and kill you all, he very well could order your termination.
I'm going to go ahead and grab one of the chips, the turquoise blue one, and
It
just
matches.
put it in. Yes. And then I'll be like, that was a great speech. You did a good job. But just a little pointer, maybe not, insult the people who are like trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might be like a little thing that you can do. I mean, calling us losers was not really nice, and definitely not true. Hello, have you seen us? But yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm trying to say. Love your blouse, very nice.
It's a dress shirt.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yes, right. You got it. Just gonna be like, and just walk away. Like, just go back to my seat.
Do the rest of you guys put in the chips?
I'll grab for the magenta. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
I go for the magenta and just uh also grab the manila folder to see what we're up against.
I'll grab
Alright.
the red chip.
Kelso, again,
Alright. So your mission is to infiltrate the Titanium Princess. It's this ritzy cruise ship just off the coast of Night City. The ship once stood for something: class, elitism, exclusivity. It is now a den of pathetic losers living out their depraved fantasies. This isn't really the type of job we would send you on, to be fair. You know, we usually don't really care about this sort of thing. However, with many of the more high-end execs from Arasaka being present there is no better time than now to dispose of them. You want to see these guys made an example of. Any questions?
What kind of
I
example?
assume.
You know, just paint the walls red, go full hog, I guess. You know, it's not really up to me how the details are. I just make it look as bad as possible for them. Anyone else?
I
I'll
feel
just
like
sort of roll my
Titanium
shoulders and
Princess
slide
is.
the chip in.
Sorry.
Yes! 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 Faithful to the bay, baby!
You hear that too, don't you? Love it.
Yeah. Give it a second. I do feel like Titanium Princess is a really cute nickname for Kel, though. Like, if you want to take after we destroy the other one, I feel like you should just take it on.
Win the name through right of conquest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of upper elites there.
There
You
you
have
go.
4 main targets to dispose of. But, you know, these aren't necessarily the moral type, so don't feel bad about them. They deserve it.
Never do.
Don't they all?
Well, that makes my life easier. Keep in mind, we don't want any freakouts. That makes us look bad. And also, I don't think, yeah, none of you have platinum insurance, so, you know, we can't really cover anything that, you know, happens to you. Sorry.
What do we get out of this?
Well, you guys are currently on bronze insurance. That is the insurance provider that we do have for you. I mean, it's not the best, but hey, you don't have to pay a copay the next time you get your eyes examined. I mean, we'll pay you after the job is done, but we need proof that's done. Don't worry about those details. You know, I have to send that over to accounting. That's not something you should pay attention to. Any other questions? Why are you shaking your head at me?
It's nice to know what we're gonna risk our lives for. A paycheck of unknown value.
I mean, the benefits here are a bit better than Arasaka, but if you want to leave, you can leave. We're not forcing you to stay here. Right? We're not doing that anymore, right? We're not forcing you guys to stay here, right?
If we leave, no one else will do the job that no one else wants to do.
That's the spirit. You got it. You got it. Come on. I would almost give you a raise, but I know accounting would have my ass for that. In a serious note, any questions? Right? So, again, don't feel bad for them. They're automatons. They have no soul. And again, they use a bunch of doll chips, human trafficking, the weird stuff, Again, not something we would care about, but it's about sending a message. Some of you should know that better than anyone. Well, I guess you don't have any questions, so again, go ahead. Don't worry about your payment. Once this job is complete, the direct deposit of euro dollars will be immediate. Just remember, take pictures of the bodies for proof. We can't pay you guys otherwise. Oh, and your transportation is outside. I suggest getting there quickly. Now.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a great day. Don't forget about my, thing about the speech. We'll work on it together later. Okay, bye.
Please
Have a great day. Bye.
As you walk away, as you exit the elaborate office of your fixer, you are greeted by the desensitized, high-tech, prim and proper interior inside of the Militech office building. It was beautiful. What else could you say? It was long and high-standing pillars, marble and granite floors, beautiful tinted glass that encompassed the building, and of course, the expensive coffee shop that remained over-segregated to the side of the building. It was that of a certain magnitude of greatness. It was opulence just for opulence sake. Truth be told, you all were more or less surprised they allowed foot soldiers like you to even step inside a building such as this. This was typically for the higher-ups, like your very own boss, the counterintelligence and intelligence runners alike. It wasn't for people like you. In retrospect, in comparison to this building, you were more or less just common trash, at least in the grand scheme of this. You all step into the elevator as you all go down. You guys have a few minutes to talk to each other. It is several floors up.
Shall we make an introduction? Oh, go ahead.
Please, no, go ahead.
If we're going to be working together, shall we all introduce ourselves? I am Nurse Joy.
Sweetheart.
Kel.
Inky.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mirror. It's so nice to meet you guys. We should take a picture. We should commemorate this moment. Yeah, I'm going to put it on my account. Okay.
Yeah, definitely get more evidence of this happening. That's good.
I mean, but we're in an elevator. They don't know what we're doing, It's not like I was going to caption it like on our way to go kill some people. And then you just see her like deleting the caption. Like, no, come on.
Get the play-by-play for them.
Best not to do that caption right now, but I do appreciate it.
The caption just says, new friends. Smiley face. Emoji.
The girls that kill together stick together. As you went down the elevator and stepped outside of the lobby, you could see the car sitting outside, the slick matte blackness of the color, the smoothness of the design, the bright blue neon lights that emanated from underneath as it covered in complete stillness. It was just like all the things that were within the close vicinity of this building was absolutely immaculate. Yet you also knew that this was no car built for combat. You knew damn well that as soon as you were at the destination point, you all might as well have been on your own. Just like all of you, the driver was a measly pawn, but with admitted better benefits. She had dirty blonde hair, wore a suit and tie, coupled along with sunglasses. She was your average concierge. She wasn't built for this. She sat there and only waited to do her job for a minuscule paycheck. Yeah, given the other options, this was vastly preferable. You would have liked this job instead of killing some random people. As you all get in, you see the woman look back behind you guys before tapping the screen on the front dashboard. Oh, so you all are LaCroix's underlings, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't quite put it that way. But yes, hi.
Hi, so I'm Brittany. I'm your driver for today. I'm looking at the data of your SINs and your Militech profile. You guys are going to the Titanium Princess, is that it?
That's the place.
That's the plan.
Well, that's a 45-minute drive. Her accent that spilled out from her lips was as thick as molasses. She clearly wasn't from around here. Probably like many others, she moved here to escape the desolate nomad lands of the South for a new life within the city, only to be forced to settle within this for all the effort that she has shown. She, just like many others, had been grinded into a thick paste of what was once a human, with dreams, goals, and aspirations. You know, I always wanted to go to that Titanium Princess, but that's too rich for my blood, she started as she began to drive off.
Property value is probably about to go down, so you might have a chance.
Well, tell me what it's like in there. I heard the slot machines are breathtaking.
Maybe we'll bring you something back.
Oh yeah, my name's Brittany. I know that you guys probably can't see my profile. I know they don't, like dissemination among workers or whatever.
Nice to meet you, Brittany.
Another new friend.
Let's see the manual in this car, B. I need to know what I'm riding in.
What? She sounds very confused as you say that.
Shell starts rummaging through the dashboard looking for the manual on the car because she needs to know what she's riding in.
So as you go ahead and as you are basically going through the dashboard, what you can see is that for the most part, I want to say SUV, but it is essentially a future SUV. You are driving in a mom car. For the most part, it isn't really necessarily built for combat. It's the mileage that you're getting or the speed mileage, since you all are in the future now when cars levitate instead of drive on the ground, is mostly that you are dealing with something that has, decently low horsepower, something that's just meant for driving people back and forth. And again, you can tell by how Brittany looks and how she's talking and how confused you are as you rummage through the car that she's just meant to drive you from one place to another. She doesn't know anything else.
Jill just sort of shakes her head and tucks the paperwork back. She's like, this piece of shit.
I didn't pay for this car. I'm
Cal.
forced to be here.
Cal, does this thing have a radio? Oh, well. I mean, I figured we could at least listen to something if we're going to be in this car for like 45 minutes or however
We
long it
could
takes
also
us.
discuss. We could also discuss our plans, unless we want to just go in there without one.
Oh, you were gonna help me?
Cute.
I
I thought
mean,
Inky was just going to pew pew in there, you know? Pew pew.
Yeah.
listen, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of against protocol. The people at top don't really like, people having leisure time in between the cars, between missions. But as long as you don't report it to my supervisor, I guess I can like find something. I guess for music that you like.
I
My
mean,
lips are sealed.
in case, yeah, I mean, in case, this, lovely, lovely car that we're driving in, if it for whatever reason doesn't have a radio, I have a music player, and a radio, so we could just beep, 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 boop, 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 if we need to.
She like looks behind her tinted glasses towards you, just with the evident look of confusion on her face, just like I didn't see this in your Miltech ID. Okay. Uh, but she goes ahead, she flips through the radio channels, and eventually she stumbles onto this indie channel, and you hear what is essentially this hardcore punk music blaring out from the radio. For actually, you know what? Let's have our first rolls of the night. Let's have fun. um, this is a fun roll, so nothing, don't
Literally roll
worry
for
if
fun.
you don't roll it. Don't worry if you don't get it. Let's see. Roll me your streetwise, and well, sorry. Add your streetwise and roll me 1d10. Tell me what everyone has.
17.
17.
18.
18. Okay.
So wise.
15.
10.
I thought I rolled really well, you guys.
We're starting out strong. But so essentially, you guys for the most part. So for the one person that got 10, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, mine is a 9. So
So essentially, what happens is that you vaguely know this, it's like punk music, you might have heard it at a club or something, but you don't know who this is. This isn't something, that's really your speed. You don't really listen to music that much. It isn't really something that you have the luxury of doing. Listening to music costs money, after all. For those of you that got higher than a 10, essentially, you have heard this before. Either you went to clubs before, or you heard this on the radio before, or maybe you are personally a fan. This was none other than Johnny Silverhand's band. You have heard him play a few times. He was utterly iconic. How his fingers ripped down and shredded a guitar. It was something almost otherworldly, truth be told. And it was almost odd to see that she knew that type of music existed, let alone liked it. Because where you can probably guess she came from, that music wasn't necessarily kosher. It was too rebellious. Even now in Night City, where the music flourished, it was almost illegal to be played. The lead singer and lead guitarist of this band represented something that the corporations didn't necessarily like, and it was threatening to the status quo.
Raquel's just rocking out.
Yeah, so I'm glad you like my music, but please don't tell anyone that I have this. It's kind of, I don't know how to say it, banned. It's banned. Yeah, it's banned.
It's okay. Girl's entitled to her secrets.
So how long have you all been working at Militech?
5 minutes.
Oh, you're new.
Yes.
As she's driving, she looks over towards the dashboard, starts flicking her fingers around, just like looking back between you two, making sure that she's not accidentally bumping into someone. Or is anyone else new here? You know, they really shouldn't be
I've done
sending
more
new.
jobs for them than I'd like.
Same.
Yeah.
That's a story for most people. You know, like I'm looking at the file for what this says. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Mirror.
Mir, I don't want to freak you out or anything. I'm sure Steven already did that, but this isn't really a mission for a newbie. I mean, you might get flatlined. You know, looks bad on company time. You know, it very.
Yeah, if they sanction it to begin with.
I mean, I don't want to say it's like a fuck off assignment, but it kind of seems like that.
Oh, it definitely is.
You're worried about me? That is so sweet.
I mean,
Aww.
like it's. I feel bad. You know. I mean, again, this isn't my division, but it doesn't look good.
I mean,
I'm just,
everyone like killed someone on their first mission, right? Like that's really normal.
I mean, yeah, I'm more so. Do you got? Did they even give you any like weapons or anything? Did they run you down about what's expected? I mean,
Give me.
yeah, they have you, but like, anyway, I'm sorry. She she keeps on driving, just shaking her head, just like poor son of a bitch.
I'm just gonna lean over and just touch my hand because I'm assuming I'm gonna be like in the back, like right behind the driver's seat, and I'm just gonna grab her shoulder and be like, "It's gonna be okay. Don't worry. It's
Please.
all gonna be okay. You're a
Please.
good person." I'm just gonna like touch your shoulder, like it's okay. Like I'm almost like comforting you. I'm like not at all worried.
Please don't touch me. I don't want to go to HR.
Oh, okay, my bad. Whoops.
Are you driving us home later?
Yes, I will be back to
With
pick you guys up.
flatliners?
It is included in the standard package. So, yay, they didn't downgrade you guys. I mean, I guess they don't hate you guys too much. They would have usually made you try and find your own way home. Right?
Surprised they assumed
It's
we'd
rather
make it
more
back.
optimistic than I expected from Steve too.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, like,
That's him assuming we'll be coming back.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of like a glorified Uber driver, to be honest with you. I'm supposed to leave after 10 minutes.
You just see Mirror
Okay.
pass a note, like to the front. And then the note says, "You are important. You are beautiful."
Do you just carry affirmation cards on you?
Oh, yeah. Do you want one? And then I like look at my shoulder, just pass one to you that says, "You heal hearts." It's like randomly spitting for Nurse Joy.
Excuse me, Miss Miss Mirror, is it right?
Yes.
Um, forgive me for saying this, but oh, I'm trying to find. Why are you here? Like, I don't know. Like, this one looks like a nurse. These two look like they can take anyone in a scrap, and this one looks like she'll pluck out my eyes. I guess at a concert. I don't know. Like, why are you here? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, sometimes you just gotta have somebody who lifts up the team morale, and that's me. So, and I need the money. I mean, that's really why I'm here. I mean, being an influencer is great, but right now I'm just kind of starting out, and it's not really paying the things that I needed to pay. You know what I mean? Like, so really, I think I'm here. I'm here because this team needs me. I mean, they don't look like they do, but they need.
I mean, have you guys even met
Someone's
each
got to
other
take me
before
out of my
today?
photos.
Have you guys even met each other before today? I mean, like, I know that they're rushing the training by now with like groups and everything, but did they? Well, you meet each other?
No, we met like 5 minutes ago, but they're like my best friends. So, it's fine.
Okay. Maybe you guys should talk to each other now. I mean, like, again, like, I see people come back from missions with people that they barely know, and then they get pissed that they're dying along some stranger. So I don't. I'm not a therapist, I just don't want to hear that in the car. I kind of have to report it back.
So what you're saying is icebreakers. I like it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure. And she just keeps on driving. So you guys have time to like talk to yourself to among each other.
This suddenly feels like a first date.
Kel's just like, if this were a date, I'd be a lot more drunk right now.
I want to go on that
Is
date.
that a compliment or an insult?
Just how I operate.
Oh yeah, you're one of those like nomads, right? Am I saying that correctly? Yeah, like it's rare to kind of see you guys around here. Like I thought you guys were like swearing off society and stuff like that. That's interesting.
Well, can't stay out of society forever. Sometimes society comes after you.
I didn't see that on your profile, but I'll take that for what you say it is. What about the rest of you guys?
I have an idea. Let's play a game. Show of hands. Who would be doing anything but working for Militech if they had a choice?
I'm just going to go ahead and erase the last few minutes of this conversation. Just
Love Militech. I love eating kibble every day and living in a giant megastructure and sharing everything. And it's the greatest life I could have asked for. I own so much capital. It's crazy.
I figure if we're going to work together, we might
I
as well
love
have an
doing
honest
the opposite of what I want to be doing.
Well, obviously they don't care if we die, but you all seem all right by me. So I think we can manage to get this done and get ourselves back in one piece.
I'd prefer if none of you die, because that looks bad on me.
I'd prefer if I didn't die. That'd be great.
Maybe we should look at the dossier and figure out what it is we're actually supposed to do and see if they have any details that could be useful. Schematic?
Okay, so how about
Names?
this? You're going to have general names, but I do want you to roll. Let's do perception
Do that.
and a d10, please.
That's not ideal.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's not bad. 14.
Okay, so looking through it, you see a few names stick out from the page, right? You see Hanamura, Arasaka, which is the newly the newly crowned princess, or one of the princesses at least, of the Arasaka family. Apparently, this is supposed to be her 18th birthday that you guys are crashing. That you also see her parents, which are Yuki and San. Basically, they are. You have a bunch of political elites. You have a bunch of corporate elites, and more importantly, they want you to make an example of the main family. Everyone there, but mostly the main four, which is the uncle, the daughter, the wife, and the husband. It is essentially what it says, posing a risk to future profits and endeavors, as it says in the dossier. However, what risk that is, you don't know.
So, our main target is an 18-year-old, and it's her birthday.
One of 4 main targets.
But we don't have a present.
Oh, we do. We definitely have a present. It'll be a surprise and everything.
It's a surprise.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a surprise present. Those are kind of the best if you really think about it. So, maybe I should write her a card, and then you just see me just in the back start making a card.
What do you get for the girl who's got everything?
Maybe don't leave evidence
Explosive.
there.
She said, "Dear Saka, happy birthday. Sucks.
Don't sign it.
You're gonna die. Love, Anonymous." Okay, look, I didn't sign it.
Maybe
but
you don't.
I mean, we could put some poison on it.
Ooh, fancy. I'm gonna draw a couple, and then you just see me. I'm gonna draw a couple pictures, and then you just see me drawing like hearts and balloons, and like coloring some of the letters, and be like, "Yeah, this looks pretty nice. Yeah, no, this is snazzy right here.
It's better than what I got.
You didn't get a birthday card, and then you just see me start making another one. Happy belated birthday, Inky! Exclamation! Exclamation! Exclamation!
Careful which one you put. Just watch which one you put the poison on, please.
You are the best.
Where are we getting all these cards?
I just kind of have cardstock on me all the time, because you just never know when somebody's going to need a little pick-me-up.
She carries cards of affirmation. She carries affirmation cards. Are you really surprised by this?
It's okay. It's going to be fine. Okay, Inky, hold on to this one. This one's your birthday. Happy belated birthday. Okay, you hold on to that one. And then who wants to hold the poison one? I don't have any poison on me.
I do.
Does anyone?
Okay, Inky, let's
That's
do
not
this.
surprising.
How about I hold on to your card, and then you hold on to the poison one, and I'll give you your card later. We can put your card in the glove box. That way, when Brittany comes back and gets us, it'll be boom right there, and then you can fully enjoy your card.
Never gotten a card before.
It's okay to cry. You can lean on my shoulder if you like.
I would like that.
Okay.
Should I delete the past 10 minutes of this conversation too?
Absolutely.
Just
Okay.
all of it. No one needs to see me cry.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know why you're
If corporate
recording at
asks,
this point.
we
I'm not. It's not me. It's company policy.
Yes,
They
we all
asked, we
care
were
so
relevant in
much about their
silence.
policies.
I do. They take off pay.
Oh no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All the more reason to delete the last 10 minutes.
Four targets: uncle, dad, mom, daughter.
Inky, I know you probably could take them all out
Or
at
me.
once, but do you think we should try and get all of them at the same time so it's just clean strike and we can just slip right out?
Yeah,
In
I
a
mean,
crowded room?
as soon as I would, you know.
Why? By the sound of it, they don't care if we take out more than 4. He said 4 main ones would paint the walls red, so I don't think they really care.
Well, I just think even if we're all in
In
different
fairness,
places
they said
on the ship,
paint the walls red, but they also just said teach them a lesson.
I don't love killing
Make an
more
example.
for them than I need to, but we could. As you know, as soon as a bullet flies, it'll be chaotic. So if we can do it all at once, that would be.
That's what I mean. I mean, casualties don't sound like a problem to them if it happens.
but I think if we can separate the 4 of them or at least kind of pull them to different edges of the room on whatever signal we decide, all move at the same time before anybody really knows what happens, we can get out. As long as nobody panics.
Is this supposed to be like a crime boss family? Is that? I mean, I'm just thinking like if we kill, 4 people. I mean, I like Sweetheart's idea. If we kill them all at the same time, I mean,
Wait,
quickly kind of get out of there, it might be better. Because if we're gonna kill 4 people in a crime boss family, I mean, I feel like other people are gonna react to that, and then we're gonna have a lot more trouble on our hands.
All the more reason to like pull them off to the side and do it all quiet, like lure one off at a time.
Wait, I have an idea. Okay, listen, right? If we need a distraction.
Why do I?
No, wait, hear me out, Nurse Joy. Wait. Look, this is going to be great. I know how to dance, and I have sick dance moves. So what I can do is I can get, on that dance floor, since we're going to a party, right? There's got to be music there. I can get in on the dance floor, throw out some sick moves, maybe get like some other people in the crowd involved, you know what I mean? And then while I'm doing all that, you guys could, do your jobs as quiet or loudly as you prefer. I'll be over there, and then that's it. And then we're.
I did need a taste of it to
Version
see
isn't
the
the word.
plan.
Yeah, those were good moves.
As for getting them all in the same room, it is a birthday party for a crime family, so if we pose a gift as a favor, we can try and get them all in the same room. One of us pretends we're trying to get the favor of the family in a form of a gift.
Are they a crime family? I thought they were just risk to profits, like a competitor.
Wait, you guys don't know who Airsoft
Know the
is?
difference?
I know so many things.
So, like, like they're Militech's biggest competitor, right?
I think the
Okay.
question is more who these people are to Militech specifically.
Competitors.
I know that, but why these three people? Why an 18-year-old girl?
Because she's going to be taken over once the dad dies. She's already in charge of finances. Plus, again, I mean, I'm not supposed to look through files, but you know, people talk. I mean, apparently, she is going to be taking over and overseeing the military side of things for Arasaka. Militech lost a few people since this whole thing kicked off 2 years ago. It makes sense for them why they don't want some people around. I just don't question it.
That's what I wanted to know, the part they left out of the file.
Listen, I don't make the files, I don't even disseminate them. I'm just telling you what little I know. Doesn't involve me anyhow, so.
The same tactic might work. Powerful people that need impressed.
They're gonna be assholes either way. I'm sure they've committed plenty of crimes, whether they're a crime family or just some rich assholes running a corp.
I didn't know there was a difference, really.
And I don't even think we need to have them all in the same room per se. I think just as long as we get them all at the same time before anybody has time to like respond or get into elite positions or anything, then we're okay.
Yeah.
Either knock a couple
Agree. A
off
separate
quiet before
room.
anyone notices, or take them all at the same time. Don't want to give anyone else time to react.
I mean,
Yeah, a second room provides us a chance to run.
yeah, I think the last one we should make a little more public.
I mean, it'll be public once people find it.
We do have to also take pictures.
Or
That's
body
not-
parts.
Pictures aren't much of a problem.
I mean, I know I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures when I hit the
Mhm.
sick dance floor. You know
You-
what I
maybe
You can get
Maybe
a
don't.
selfie with everybody.
maybe don't take pictures when we're right before we commit a crime that prove you were at the scene of the crime.
Okay. just a little bit sad. I won't be able to commemorate this wonderful and soon to be chaotic birthday party. Fine, I guess I'll just have to leave it in the old memory chip.
At this, Brittany pulls up to the side of the docks. She leans back before turning to face all of you as she's trying to light a cigarette. Well, good luck. This isn't really my line of work. If it means anything to you guys seem nice. I hope y'all don't die.
Okay. Bye, Brittany. I'll bring you back some cake.
Likewise, Brittany. I also hope none of us die.
Me too.
Taylor surveys the situation and checks out the guards, the tickets to get on, how security is.
So, as you all exit the vehicle, you all look upon the utter monstrosity that is the Titanium Princess. It might have well been the size of an island made out of silver, white gold, platinum, and steel. It was clear that this existed merely to be a show of one's wealth. It was no surprise to you that it was being handled by some Arasaka executives. This place was crawling with security. It stunk of elite foreigners, and all the pedestrians here, whether they were to be zeroed or not, wore threads that were worth more eddies than all of you combined. It was almost disgusting how wealthy all these people were. It stunk of their privilege, and hopefully you were about to feast upon it. Now, I'm going to ask, there are currently two, what are practically lumberjacks standing guard by the entrance of the cruise ship. And you can see like a line of people basically handing over to these people cars essentially. So you can try and stealth in, maybe slip in through the crowd. Maybe you can try and steal someone's car to get in, or maybe you can just go in guns blazing. The choice is yours.
How popular are you, Mirror? Think you can just walk in?
Yep.
You know, I think I'm pretty cool. And I feel like an 18-year-old would definitely know who I am. So I feel like I would.
I can't believe I'm about to suggest this,
Yes.
but entertainment.
Yes, we can be the entertainment people. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got this, okay? We just gotta walk up in there like we're supposed to be here, and it'll be good. It'll be good. All right. So listen. Obviously, I'm gonna have to be the lead. So I'll go first, okay? What?
Before we get separated, does anyone else have radio communicators?
Oh,
I do.
I have an agent, like a phone.
Yes.
Here, I have extra earpieces if anyone needs them.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello.
Can I roll perception and see if I notice any crew or workers going in?
Sure. Go ahead, roll that. Go ahead, roll.
That is 16.
16. So you don't really see any crew there entering. It looks like everyone that was working was already on the ship presently. Again, you see the security guards, but for the most part, you see a bunch of overly rich people just entering the ship. They all seem to be dressed down to the nines, wearing almost these ball gowns like they were some type of old royalty. So, with that being said, you don't really see any other workers lingering around outside of the security that's standing guard by the door.
Can I look and see
then,
if there are any guests that look like they're around the newly crowned princess's age, like 18-ish?
Oh, okay. Roll for me the same thing.
I'm sorry, it was perception?
Yeah, it's you're adding your perception to whatever you roll for a d10.
19.
19. Okay, so you can see a few people lingering around. I'm going to say you see 4 people lingering around. Some of them seem to be just friends of the girl, but others seem to be suitors, potential suitors. Some of them are dressed, in tuxedos and, are clearly probably business partners of Arasaka. Others, they just seem to be friends from like whatever school they previously went to.
Oh, we are way underdressed.
I don't know, you might be right. It looks like entertainment's the best way in. Maybe the only way in.
Y'all might look a little more like entertainment than I do. I was hoping to get in as a mechanic working on the ship, but
It's okay. You can be our sound person, It's fine. We'll just say that's what you are.
So what you guys can do if you are planning on getting in this way, you can either do stealth with this if you're just trying to like sneak in through the crowd, hoping that they won't see you as they're taking in, everyone else. Or else, what you can do is if you are trying to convince them that you are definitely, people that are entertainment, you can do persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh,
All right.
I also have
Or I'll
forgery.
even allow acting as well. Or, forgery.
Like we could try to make a badge or something that can scan. I have forgery for tech.
Okay, well, you can roll that and see what happens. I will give a difficulty for that though, because I can't give stuff for free apparently. Let's do a difficulty of base 15.
Oh, 16.
Nice. Okay, so your fake ID works. Your fake ID works. You are well. What is it saying on your fake ID?
Oh, that mirrors here is entertainment, and we're the crew filming mirror and getting sound and live tweeting, all the things influencers do. I know that so much. Inky knows all of that, right?
Yes.
And EMT just in case.
Okay, so that works. So you all walk up towards the guards, who just seem like hulking, massive brutes. One of them holds up a hand towards you all. I need proper identification before any of you can come in here. Who's the entertainment?
Hold out the IDs that
Me.
you don't recognize her?
Yeah, I'm a little offended.
What are you, living under a rock? Do you know who this is?
Like he holds the IDs just like before glancing back over towards his friend, just like, do you know who these people are? No, but the kids like anything these days. Just let them know. So you are inside now, and as you walk around, you see the utter wealth, and it becomes clear to you that while none of you natively knew Japanese, you can tell that this party was essentially meant to be a testimony to the wealth of the Arasakas. It didn't necessarily seem as depraved as, your handler led you to believe it was going to be, but then again, you weren't the ones to question things. You weren't getting paid enough to do such a thing anyway. You're not getting paid to think. As you all basically walked your way throughout, you could see the people looking at you, almost as if they were confused by your presence. It seemed as though they knew you didn't belong here. Yet, none of them were necessarily fighters, so they all just gave these stark looks to you, as even though their bodies remained static, their eyes followed you all throughout the cruise ship, no matter where you walked. Does anyone have any requests for what they want to do now? Or do you want to talk to your teammates?
I would say that, like, as I'm walking through the crowd and I see that people are looking at me like, hey, how you doing? Hey, we're here. This is amazing. You look great. Hey, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, amazing, yeah. Don't take any pictures of me though, guys. Come on, relax it. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I will play along and activate the light threading in my face and my chem skin to activate my heart mask so that the center of my face is obscured.
Okay, so you do that. People still look, but now they can't easily identify you. Which is a good thing, I guess. I don't know. Does anyone else have any other requests before I set up what the scene is looking like for you guys?
Kel is sizing people up, wondering if she should quietly kick someone's ass and take their outfit so that she blends in better. She's eyeing up people who might be around her size to like cold clock them and steal their fancy dress.
Do you want to actually do that? I will allow it if you want to.
I definitely want to.
Okay. Let's see what you are going to roll. Let's do
Discreetly.
Discreetly. You know what? Well, how are you trying to do it? Are you trying to like lure someone in? Are you trying to persuade something in? Are you just trying to just drag someone in, yoink them, and dash out? What are you trying to do?
Pretty much trying to eye up a person approximately her size with no one watching. Like in a corridor, if they're walking through towards the main area and there's like a side door with someone approximately her size, she's gonna like throw an arm around them and be like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And then drag them into a broom closet.
Give me
and come out.
a stealth. Give me a stealth roll.
Fabulous.
Difficulty 13 because none of these people can fight.
Alright, where's my stuff? Oh, fuck. I just automatically stealth 14. Like I don't even have to roll. I can. And I rolled a 10. 24 to stealthily knock
You effectively drag this poor woman. She was maybe some, high collar elite. Maybe she was, some friend of the family. It didn't matter anymore because you knocked this poor woman out, dragging her off into a corridor.
We'll say non-lethal.
She's
Kel's not killing anyone she doesn't have to.
She's not dead.
She's just knocking her out and taking her dress.
But her makeup is thoroughly messed up, and now it looks like you are stripping her of her clothing and potentially her jewelry.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah. And any ID cards she had on her.
Yeah, so you take her ID card as well. So you can see that her name is Savannah Rivers. She was an Arasaka branch head or the Northeast New United States region. This woman had, before you dragged her away, she had crisp brown hair that fell down to her shoulder. She had these bright blue eyes, but her face was so done up that she almost looked like a doll more than she looked like a natural human being. The dress that you essentially ripped from her was glittering in jewels and diamonds. It was red with what you could think was an amalgamation of rubies and diamonds just dripping off of her, along with her earrings and her jewelry. You just stole this from this poor woman, and I'm thinking, well, tell me, how do you leave her?
Well, Kel doesn't want to leave her clothes behind, but because she's gonna need them. But her leather jacket means a lot to her. But she like tucks it over the lady, and she's like, "I'll bring this back when I'm done. We'll trade back later."
She's out cold. As you do that, you just see.
Foretelling myself.
She's asleep. She's gone. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. However,
she's doing the big sleepies.
She's asleep. She's tired, guys. You walk back out, and just like on Miss Rivers, you look immaculate in this dress. You're wearing it.
However, there wasn't a mirror in the broom closet, so my makeup's probably not quite on point.
The makeup is not on point, but the dress is. People are probably looking at you just like, it looks like Miss Rivers is trying to do a fashion statement again. Oh my god, how chic. I didn't know the pedestrian style was back in again.
It's derelict.
But people give you like a small affirmations, just like, yeah, you look nice, you look nice. As you are trying to make your way back towards the group, you do see someone there that tries to hold you up, just like, Savannah, I haven't seen you in ages, darling. How are you?
She sort of plays it off like you're not important enough to remember. Sort of thing. I'm sorry, who are you again?
Savannah, we were best friends over in Serbia. How could you have forgotten me? Come on, we did that mission.
Well, it's been years. You've forgotten about me, clearly.
Do you want to roll me a conversation?
I do not, because that is not as good as my stealth. That is an 11.
It's like, oh dear, I know that you always get a bit loose at these parties. I know that you're probably overly drinking, but please remember me. Like, come on, we can talk sometime. I need to go ahead because, apparently the entertainment for, the Arasaka princess is late, Hate when that happens, but I'll talk to you soon, darling. Come on, we have to catch up sometime. Please remember me.
After the party. After the party, dear.
Okay, fine. Just let me leave this card for you. I'm sure it'll come in handy sometime. And she just slides over her business card to you. You always had a sense of humor. And then she walks away, not knowing what else to say.
Good call.
So I
Kel
assume
just
you're...
catches up with the group, being like, what a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
You look so good. I'd almost think you're one of our targets.
I look like I went from being the least blended in to possibly the most.
So as you are all walking around, you can see that this is solely a celebration. Sure, you had the typical people talking business and finance, but this was an axis of food, wealth, and technology. Truth be told, looking at it from where you were, when you weren't a part of a crowd, it almost seemed akin to hoarding. But they didn't per se seem bad, or at the very least, like bad people. They just seemed oblivious to the outside world, almost as if this was their own cultivated bubble. Yet, here you all were, about to pop it. Sure, you probably seen a few Joy Toys around or some brain dances. But at that point, that was practically a staple of luxury and wealth. This was practically everything that those simulations some of you may have paid for could only wish of replicating. Yet seeing it now before you all laid out like this, it only seemed to be a cheap imitation of the real thing. You can see the hordes of people, most of which weren't even from the decrepit remnants of America. Yet those that were here were all that those that were from the remnants of America, you could see were from the Gang of Four, or had some sort of governmental official identification on them. It didn't matter though. Your fixer told you to make an example of these people. You are sure that a few casualties wouldn't do any harm. To quote your supervisor from earlier, go whole hog, I guess. I mean, that is what they are paying you to do, right? So, let me ask, what is it you all wish to do now that you are here?
Divide and conquer with a distraction.
Mirror's so ready to be our distraction.
I'm so ready.
Entertainment start bet. Each of us corners one of them, and we do what we can.
Let's get this
And
party
for the end of the
started.
first song, so it all hits at the same time.
I do have the birthday card with poison we could do on display. Otherwise, if someone wants to deliver that, I could try to snipe somebody.
I have a terrible idea. What if
Ooh, I
we
love
put
bad
the
ideas.
poison in the cake? Yeah, what if we put the poison in the
That would-
cake instead of the card?
But then I won't get any cake.
Like her
That would kill
specific
everyone,
piece.
though.
Not
Oh, her
everyone, but like truncate it in fours, hand deliver the cake.
But is it time for the cake? You know,
We can-
these parties have structures.
The
You
longer
know.
we linger, the more likely we are to get caught.
That's true. I mean, just in all the parties that I've been to, like if somebody cuts the cake early, that's a vibe killer, and somebody's definitely notice.
Well, I'm sure we have like cookies or something else that we can.
A drink. I'm sure she's having punch or something.
Drinks.
How about all of you give me a perception roll?
18.
15.
50.
15.
16.
15.
19.
9. Okay.
Same, 19.
Okay. So with that being said, all of you can see throughout the hordes of people, you do see the family there. The husband, the wife, the uncle, and the daughter. They seem to be talking to someone else. The daughter seems almost bored as she's like looking on at this person talk about how amazing, how strong they would be if they were just to complete that merger and maybe her give him her hand in marriage. You know, as you typically talk about. It seemed, however, that she was just lingering away. She was drinking on some champagne, almost as if she was trying to be nice about it, but it seemed to be more so she was tired at the very least, right? She huffed and sighed before, looking around, trying to see if there was anyone else, trying to excuse herself more so. Just this didn't seem to be her place. Her parents more so seemed to be forcing this onto her because, of course, she was the only heir, or at least the only heir present. And lucky for you all, you do have translators. So while they are speaking back and forth in Japanese, you can see what's being discussed if you're right in front of your eyes. Just like, have you ever thought about, don't you need to grow up? You're already 18. That's too old. You need to settle down now.
I have a role ability that I have a question about.
Okay.
The role ability is for my charismatic impact and its impact on a huge group of fans. I have like a strong local following and fans by my recordings and stuff. Is there any way to use that to find out if the 18-year-old is a fan of my other persona, not my Militech performance?
You can try and, because she seems bored and disinterested in the conversation at this point, you can try and maybe slip the topic out, or maybe try and like walk by her and like try and like grab her.
Uh, yeah, I think after kind of making eye contact with everyone in the group so they know that I'm sort of breaking off and I don't just slip away into the crowd, I'm gonna turn the brightness on my mask all the way up because it's what I normally wear when I perform, and just try and start edging myself into her field of vision.
So, do you want to roll for that for your?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and roll for me.
Whew.
What you get?
Do I add anything? Wait, what? It says DV12. Do I roll a D12 or what am I adding for that?
So go ahead with your typical charisma and roll that D12.
It would help if I had the right die in my hand.
We love Cyberpunk system. We love it.
Oh.
It's amazing.
One of these is a 12. I know it. All right. $16.
Okay. So as you walk by, as this girl seems to be just essentially out of it, her eyes almost glitter slightly and her jaw somewhat goes a bit slack as, like, she sees you walk by her. She is a fan. She is, at the very least, somewhat familiar with your music. She quickly apologizes to whoever's trying to court her and excuses herself and tries to follow you.
I will. Do I see like a hallway or anything that kind of breaks off from this main room?
You see a flight of stairs because there are several different floors of this cruise ship. So you do see a flight of stairs leading away from the main floor where most of the people are congregated at.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the brightness back down so that you can just barely see the edges of the mask. Grab 2 champagne glasses off a tray, and without looking back at her, start making toward the door.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to grab 2 champagne glasses off of a tray now
Okay.
that she's seen me, and kind of just start making my way toward that door in the hope that she follows.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to see. Roll your tracking. That's the best I can say. Roll your tracking.
I'm using the dice my mom got me, and I'm never using anything else because they're rolling really well for me tonight. That is a 16.
Okay, so she does follow you. She does follow you. She is following you. She's just like, wait, where are you going?
I will stay just far enough away that she can't quite catch me and slip through the door. And then when she follows me through the door, I will sort of just light it up a little bit. Sorry, happy birthday. You looked bored, if I can be honest with you.
Well, thank you for coming. I didn't think you would be allowed in. I'm sorry to say it like that. I just thank you for taking me away from that place. I don't want to be here, to be honest with you.
Didn't look much like it. I mean, big party and all. I'm sure that's a whole lot of fun for you, but Keys to the Kingdom seems kind of like a whole lot.
No, it's not. All I'm being forced to do is take over from my cousin. That's all I'm basically taking over for. I'm just another pawn in my uncle's game. He doesn't really care about any of this.
Well, if you could do anything, what would you do?
I just want to leave this city. I want to own a flower shop. I want to plant trees, but profits before all else. That's not really profitable.
You've seen my performances before, right? You know, I mean, you weren't wrong guessing I wouldn't be invited. Um, that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm about, right?
I mean, yes, I follow your music, but don't tell anyone.
I won't, promise. Cross my heart. Do you really want to leave?
I do, but there's not a chance at that. I'm stuck.
Do me a favor. Stay here. Do not leave the stairwell. Stay right here, okay? I left your present out there, so I just want to run and grab it.
Okay, I don't know how to thank you enough. Thank you. She seems really nervous. This very regal, like a young woman who's just like a second ago seeming so confident, disinterested, just seemed all very meek and shy, almost as if, as according to her age, she wasn't even fully understanding what she was doing yet.
I'm gonna slip back out and find the rest of the group if they haven't dispersed yet.
What's the rest of the group doing?
Kel's got eyes on the uncle, and she's sort of tracking him around the thing, not like shadowing him, but just keeping an eye on where he's at.
Well, like he's walking around. He's seemingly like talking to. Actually, you know what?
Schmoozing.
Yeah, smoothing. Let me. Well, I'm going to ask everyone else, but I'm going to come back to you. I need a favor from you. I say in the nicest way possible. What is everyone else doing?
I think that Inky has given her poison to Joy, because Joy seems to have a plan and is probably like how Kel is keeping eyes on the uncle, maybe one of the parents or both if they're together.
Okay.
Joy, you can disagree if you don't want the poison, but an option for you.
It's hot potato, guys.
Yeah.
I'll hold it.
You know how to handle medicine, like you know how to use it safely.
Poison's no different.
Yeah.
Safely. Use it safely.
Just
The
don't drink
entire
it.
purpose of poison, yes.
I would say that I probably broke off from the group and I'm like, all right, let's get it started up in here. And I went to the MC like, MC, put my jam on. The MC is probably looking at me like, who's that? Like, what's the jam? And then I'll be like, just shuffle my way over there and be like, play Mambo number 5.
No.
Play Mambo number 5.
So you basically let me. Okay, let me. Sorry.
Listen, if you've ever been to a Japanese party, they love Mambo number 5. I'm about to get it popping. Don't worry.
They all. So what's going on? You walked up to the conductor because they do have a mini orchestra there. It's just like play Mambo number 5. You're whispering to this upper crusty conductor of an orchestra. Play Mambo number 5. He looks at you with confusion before tapping the stick down on the sheet where he holds the music. It's like all the players stop and they start to play Mambo number 5. A classical music rendition.
Yes. That's exactly what happens. And as the band starts, I'm going to weave my way through the crowd like, hey! Hey!
You can see that some people are like looking just like a look of confusion, but they're not doing anything. They're just taking in the scenery. Now, I love this so much. Now, Cal. I'm sorry, Miss Rivers. Miss Rivers, as basically you are walking around sashaying ever so elegantly. People try to come up and talk to you, but you're just like waving them away, just like, I'm too important for you. You don't even know who this woman was a few minutes ago, but they seem to take that as a hint, and they're just like, you know what, she is too important for me. However,
Until you make it.
the uncle walks up to you. It's just like, Miss Rivers, I didn't think I'd be seeing you here tonight. Truly, the pleasure's all mine.
I'm just so honored to have been invited.
Tell me, how have year-end profits been in the Northeast region? I know that it has been a bit hectic since the current president has been enacting some non-so-subtle corporate laws on us.
Oh, please, we don't want to discuss business here. This is a celebration.
Oh, let me ask, how do you think things are going? It isn't business. However, you know as well as I do that the casualties are starting to pile on. Do you want to roll for lying?
Hold.
Do you want to roll for lying?
She's just gonna fight to hold her tongue for a second because she has some actual opinions about casualties.
Okay.
But yeah, I will roll for lying.
Yeah, sure. You can either roll like for conversation, or you can roll for persuasion.
We'll do persuasion because I'm apparently better at that.
Okay.
That would be a 17.
Okay. You got some. Okay. So what are you saying? What were you saying? You got it, but what are you saying?
Something down the lines of the foot soldiers don't matter in the long run. It's all about numbers, and in the end, they're just one of many numbers involved in this game.
I do like your outlook.
Meanwhile, she's thinking quietly to herself that I will be the first one to kill you, sir, is the inner monologue. I'm going to personally murder this man.
You know, you've never been as frank or upcoming when I've asked you such opinions. However, I am preferring this change in attitude from you, Miss Rivers. Please, come, follow me.
Libations do loosen things up.
Please come follow me. I'm sure that you know about this coming of age party for my dear niece. And he's walking you away. Only really, so you're sitting right by him. It seems like no one else is really paying attention. You look like you belong there. You know, he's referring to you by a title. There's clear respect. No one is even giving you side eye. However, the rest of you see the father and the mother still there. It seems like they are very much disinterested in one another, very much tired of being around each other, just basically looking through their portfolios. That's what's going on right now. So, I am going to ask, what is it that you want to do? No one is paying attention to the cake, and assuming that everything goes to plan, there's only 2 people left that you have to worry about.
I'm gonna grab a cupcake from the dessert table and just make sure no one's looking and just disperse the poison on it effectively. And then head over to the is it mother or grandmother? I forgot.
The mother and the father.
The mother. Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the mother.
So you walk over towards her. She seems utterly tired, just disinterested. The Botox in her face, you can almost see the crinkling as she is trying to keep herself awake. And as you approach, she's just like, I thought I told you, Help, not to come over here and bother me.
Of course. I'm not the help. I'm a guest, actually. But
And
I was
who are you?
wondering if you had tried the. I'm offended you don't know.
And who are you?
Regardless, have you tried the. Well, if you would let me speak, madam. I am a representative of the bakery who sent over these delectable treats and was wondering if you'd had the chance to try them yet.
I hate when my brother tries to reaches out to these small, locally owned businesses.
We're much larger than you would expect. And our cupcakes are our main attraction. I would be honored if you were to try one.
I don't know. I'm still trying to watch my weight. Do you want to try and persuade her?
They're sugar free. I will.
It's keto.
Yeah, pretty much what I was about to say. Yeah.
This is like whipped
That
cream
is
frosting.
Yeah, it's an 18.
Okay.
They're sugar-free almond with special nutrients in them as well. They're incredibly healthy and taste very unhealthy.
Fine, whatever. I guess I'll do it. And she like snatches it from your hand and like quickly like begins to walk away. Her husband is right there too. It's just like I told her she needs to stop eating, and yet here she is doing it again. It's like, and who are you? But by the way, the wife is looking like she is eating the cupcake. So yeah.
Okay.
The timer
as
has
long as she has
started.
walked away. Yeah. As long as she's walked away, I will just turn to her husband and they're incredibly healthy. Would you like one? I can go get you one as well.
I'm on an all keto diet right now.
Well, perfect. They are exactly.
Shoo, go ahead and get me one. I don't want to deal with you breathing in my direction.
Bites her tongue and walks away before she says something that would blow her cover. And actually goes back over to Ark quickly and just, do you have more by chance? That worked way too well.
I only had one. I didn't know there'd be 4 targets. But like, you look so good. They thought you owned a bakery. Like, you look so rich right now.
He practically just asked to be poisoned, like figuratively and literally.
I have a gun.
I could do something else. Well,
Do you know lead
I
poison?
do have something else I can do to the cupcakes that might make he might not notice if you shoot him right away. More of
Oh,
a long term. Takes away the pain, so he might not know until it's too late.
that could be fun either way.
I feel like I should also mention, daughter, not dead, hiding.
Yeah, no, she's still hiding out. She's still hiding in the closet or the stairway where you told her to stay.
She's one of my fans, which means she's wants no part of this.
Now,
Oh.
Kel, you're still walking with the uncle right now. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, the stocks have really been going down lately. The Dow has really been annoying me, you know.
And meanwhile, Kel's just quietly muttering to her comms, being like, I'm gonna kill this guy in like 10 seconds.
Where are you
Uh-oh.
leading him?
I'm gonna say out towards the back, possibly the same closet area.
There
where
are
I left
also
my
balconies. There are also balconies. You could always just give him a
We'll
light
say
push.
a balcony then. Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah,
So-
Kel sort of takes his arm and leads him up towards one of these balconies, overlooking the ocean or overlooking the ballroom.
Overlooking the
Which are we balconying? Oh,
It's over the ocean. It's not on land. You guys haven't departed for sea yet, but um oh, from what you can remember from the dossier, he can't swim.
awesome. Excellent. Love that for him. Basically, as soon as Kel gets him away from anyone else, she has been like quietly seething this entire time because his cavalier attitude toward people's lives is making her very wanting to murder him. And yeah. Then as soon as she does get him to a secluded balcony, I am, I guess, gonna roll for stab him in the face.
Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that.
I thought you were going to say just push. But I like your
Oh
approach
no,
much
that's how you
better than
dispose of
push.
the evidence, but we're still real close to shore. I'm going to stab him in the face a couple times. And then, yeah, it's supposed to be showy, not an accident. They want flash.
Give me a melee roll for that. Give me a melee.
Melee roll. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. This is not...
Brawling, or am I using my concealed combat knife, or am I just like
Tell me what
punching the guy a
Tell me
lot?
what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing. What do you want to use?
Combat knife. There's a strong urge for bloody violence.
Okay, use the combat knife. It's like, oh yes, you know, I really have
Right.
to say our year-end profits haven't been going really well. He's just going to keep on rambling. Tell me what you roll. You know, Miss Rivers, I truly do find that these Americans that we hired are really, truly sloppy in their way of...
D10 or D12? What am I rolling?
Do a D12.
So,
Do
I
a
need to
D12.
know. D12?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I truly
feel
feel
like
like the
it's gonna go
Americans that we
beautifully.
hire are truly sloppy, but you're different. You're one of the good ones.
22 to put a hand over his mouth and slit his throat.
I think he's
And
sufficiently
just whisper, stop talking.
So as he's in the middle of doing that, you lead him out to the balcony, and then with the grace and just a flawlessness of a ballerina, you just quickly slit his throat, and he just starts gurgling on it. Just as he's like seizing up, his eyes are wide.
Around, shove. Yeah, does a quick look around and then just shoves him over the deck.
He falls back. His pristine suit being stained by his blood, just and a small splash happens as he enters the water, and he can't swim. He's just he's trying to reach out, clearly and evidently just so distraught and utterly surprised that this was happening to him today. But he's dead.
I'm gonna say she purposely doesn't clean her knife off because the blood on the knife is gonna be her evidence that she killed him. So
Okay.
they don't have a body if it's thrown overboard. So she's gonna purposefully not clean her knife and just tuck that back into its hidden spot.
And at that note,
And go back to the party, very glad that the dress she stole was red.
and at that note, we are going to be taking a break. Please get your snacks, your popcorn, take your bathroom breaks. Make sure to hydrate, and we will be back for the conclusion.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Contour and Charisma with specifically our Cyberpunk cast. When we left off, our nomad Kel just slit a man's throat and dumped him into the water. And now we are back with the main group. Now tell us, you have one person hiding in the closet, which is just like most of us here at Girls Run These Worlds. You have someone hiding in the closet, someone who has eaten poison, and someone who we haven't disposed of yet. Now, before I go back to you guys, let me tell you what happened with the poison. As the mother of the Arasaka princess stood there eating the cupcake almost greedily, looking around almost as if she was ashamed, all of a sudden you hear this choking and this gasping, this gurgling coming up from her throat. As you see from her eyes, her ears, her nose, and her mouth just blood just gushing out of her as she is holding her stomach, just violently vomiting what is blood. Now, I'm sure some of you didn't know what specifically the type of poison was. However, specifically, it was poison from the notorious North African boom slime. If you don't know what that snake does, it makes, well, not only does it kill the victim in less than a few minutes, but what it also does, it makes them bleed profusely from all of their orifices. So I guess when the boss said, make it bloody, this was it. But as she is heaving, blood gushing out from her eyes, her mouth, her nose, and as she's gasping for air, choking on it, and as the cupcake has fell out of her hands now by this point, you see people rushing over. You see this chaos now, just on the main floor of the Titanium Princess. No one is paying attention to whatever else is going on. Everyone is just paying attention to how can they try and save this woman, because now she is close to death. Not that they know, but but she's profusely bleeding.
What is her husband doing?
Her husband is
I was
quickly.
gonna say before.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
No.
I was gonna say before she collapsed, I am going to have returned to him with a cupcake that had a little bit of stim in it, which ignores all penalties for being seriously wounded for an hour. But I only put a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't last a full hour.
Try and convince him, because now his wife is dying.
Well, my hope was before she collapsed.
Oh, okay.
Because he did say go get me one. So my hope was if I ran back, put a little on and ran back, I could just before.
Okay, try and convince him to eat it though, because for him it's just like, oh, I asked you to get you out of my hair.
That is a 16.
It's just like, oh, okay, fine, whatever, I'll eat it. He does that, right? And by the time this woman collapses, he is already feeling the effects of it. He is becoming indisposed of, essentially. Just everyone, there's utter chaos now, and there's so much security now, just drenched on the floors, right? And now they're trying to close up the exits now. What do you do?
I want to go back to the princess.
Okay. So she's still hiding in the closet. And she's just like, what's going on out there? Is everyone okay? Why is everyone screaming?
Everyone is very not okay. This is, funnily enough, part of your birthday present. Your birthday present is that you have a chance to live. Well, a lot of people out there do not. I need you to listen to me.
Okay.
Were you serious when you said you just want to run a flower shop? You don't want to run Arasaka someday?
I don't, but what's going on?
What your parents didn't tell you is that what this life earned you, being a head of industry, is a lot of enemies and a lot of people who want very bad things to happen to you. Enough that they will pay to make sure that bad things happen. And that's what's happening on the other side of that door right now. So I can do what I was hired to come here to do, or I can put myself and my team at risk, and I can just make it look like we took care of you. You walk out, you go somewhere else and start a flower shop, and I don't have to come find you.
She seems almost frozen there. She doesn't even know what to say. You can tell that she's following you, but it's still kind of the shock of her family's in the next room and they're kind of dead.
I am gonna slowly, not with any great speed or anything, just sort of reach out and lightly touch the back of her hand and say, "Look, first of all, I want to apologize for what must be a terrible birthday. I believe in what I do, not during the day, but at night, when I'm out in the streets with you and people like you. And I do think that there is a better world out there. But I think there are a whole lot of people, some who are unfortunately, like your parents, who don't want that world. They want the world that we have. You tell me, do you think that there is anything that could convince your parents to give up their wealth and their company and start a different life?"
She looks down towards her hands. She's clearly crying at this point, but she's utterly silent, just almost as if she's like dissociating now, like she's just blank. You both know that the answer is no, but saying that out loud is something that she doesn't want to actually come to terms to.
That's okay. I don't need her to say it. I just sort of nod in understanding. Either way, I'm not gonna hurt you. But if you don't leave and I let you live, I will be the least of your worries.
She ever so subtly nods, but again she's silent about it.
Are there any relatives that you're close to? Any relatives that you can go stay with, for example?
She slips back almost into this. I don't want to say simplistic, but this almost childlike way of speaking. She's not even trying to speak English anymore. She just slipped back into her native tongue. Of course, you have the translator, so it's of no problem to you. You can perfectly understand what she's saying, but it's almost this childlike mentality now that's following her in the sense that she can't wrap her head around what's actually going on. She's just said she just so calmly says, "I need to go," and she's gonna try and like rush out the doors.
I'm gonna put my body between her and the door.
She starts whimpering, like outwardly just crying. Like whatever noises are coming out now is just this mix between pleads and begging, like please let me out, I want to go home.
I'm gonna take her face in my hands and just say as gently as I can, and I will roll whatever you want me to. Princess, I promise you, whatever you are imagining happening on the other side of that door, the reality is worse. I am trying to keep you from seeing something you will never be able to unsee.
Do you want to do conversation or persuasion?
I'll do conversation.
Okay, this is going to be a bit of a high roll, just because she is actively not okay.
19.
Do you want to win at a cost? The difficulty was 21.
Yeah, I'll win at a cost.
Okay, so she's frantic, as anyone would be in this moment. She didn't like her parents, but nevertheless, they were still her parents. She's freaking out. As you say that, she gets frantic, almost furious, as she's almost trying to like claw and beg and scream in this weird mix of Japanese and English that just is translating out to "Let me out! I need to see them! Let me out! Let me out now!" What you do, however, even though she is now, are you verbally? Are you fine with verbally confronting her or physically confronting her?
I'm not. I've took her face in my hands, but I'm not. I haven't shown her any force or anything. I'm just trying to focus her vision on me.
She tries to pull away from you, but and again, she's not like a physically strength built person. However, you chose to win at a cost. So she's not going to try and leave or scream louder. You actively almost talk down to her, almost affirming that she is beneath you, either age wise or experience wise. You are affirming that you are trying to keep her safe, yes, but you are also saying that I can kill you at seconds' notice. You could be just like them. She gets scared and quiet, and she just forms herself into a ball, pulling away from you, but not saying a word. She is holding herself in this natal way, almost as if trying to like shake herself away or trying to wake up from whatever nightmare this is. But you won. She's going to stay in there. However,
Good.
just as many Telltale games, she will remember that.
That's fine. And what I said was true. So she can choose to believe me or not.
You can actively leave. She won't follow you out. She is.
Rather than actively leave, I want to take out my air pistol, which is concealed. She's already freaking out, and there's nothing I can do about that. I am going to load red paint cartridges in, and I'm not going to fire at her, but I am going to fire around her. And if she panics, they're screaming outside. That's fine. I just want it to look like there was some kind of altercation in this stairwell that would have led to just a lot of blood splatter.
Okay. So go ahead and do that. Do you have to roll for this? I mean, I'll say you just do it. There's no point in like you're aiming around her. So actually, you know what? For jokes, roll me. I guess handgun. Roll me handgun. Plus a D10.
Okay. 11.
Okay, so you accurately shoot around her. She like jumps. You can hear like these screams and these pleads to just stop, to leave her alone. But again, you don't get it on her. And it looks like blood. It does its job.
Snap a picture. Look down. I'm going to look down at her and say, we have the evidence that we need that says that you're dead. What you do now is up to you. And I'm going to walk out of the door.
She just stays huddled in that small closet. And now there is a lot of screaming, there's a lot of blood, but the guards have huddled around the exits. You can try and just bum rush it and just try and like shoot your way out if you do have firearms on you. You can try and physically fight them, or you can try and sneak through ventilation shafts to try and make your way out. Because they're not letting anyone out now.
The dad's still alive, though, right?
He's alive, but he's a bit indisposed of right now.
Yeah, because we just made him. What did you give him, Nurse Joy? A stim?
Basically, he
Stim.
won't. Yeah, stim. He won't feel it if he's stabbed.
Oh, cool! What a fun idea. Here's what I'm thinking, and Mir, I would need your help with this. I feel like you're a media person. Maybe you could set off some like strobe lights or loud music while I go finish off the dad, and then we can regroup and try to figure out how to get out under the cover of whatever party you're able to put on.
By Johnny Silverhand, I'll throw a smoke grenade.
Just as he would have wanted.
He's still alive, guys.
Oh, just as he would want now. And before and in the future.
Oh no, I can definitely try to see if I can do something with the lights. I figured this is like a place that, yeah, I'm assuming this is a party. They have to have some sort of lighting or whatnot. Can I do like a perception to see if I see anything that's like
Yeah,
strobe lighting or?
Yeah, but give me a perception roll at. Yeah, give me that perception roll at. We'll do 15.
Okay. That's a 7 plus 12 is 19.
Okay, so you easily find it. You can see that there is like a staging area kind of hidden behind where the orchestra was, but no one is paying attention right now. Everyone's paying attention to the fact that there is a woman that is convulsing and is dead who spat up blood from her eyes, her mouth, and her ears.
Okay. Inky, what do you want to tell me so that I can give me my cue?
I would love like some club lighting, strobe lighting, rave essentials. I feel like you've been there. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll just look at you and just be like as the chaos is happening, I'll just look at you and be like, rave time.
Set the mood.
Got you. And then I'm just gonna run over back to the stage and be like, it's time to party. And I just start smashing the light buttons.
Okay, so people are more than confused now. They are running around like what are essentially ants. They are all scattering around. They don't know what the fuck is going on. The security is trying to find whoever fucked with the lights now, and also whoever poisoned their boss. But they're not really paying attention to. They're not really paying attention to the last Arasaka that's present within this building.
I'm gonna say quickly, having nothing to do with main plot while this is happening, Kel is like looting the food table and stashing as much food as she can because she lives on a kibble diet and is taking leftovers home.
You can hoard and smuggle the food out, yes.
Valid.
I love you getting a doggy bag. I love this so much.
I'm used to literal doggy bags, as is Kel, I think. So this is.
Yeah.
So
That's
there
super cool.
is a lot of lobster here, a lot of crab here, a lot of steak here. It is just a lot of calamari, a lot of squid. It is a 4-course meals from 5-star chefs and restaurants. Yes, they can all afford it. And there was actually really nice raspberry mousse cake. There was also cheesecake here. There was, a bunch of like French desserts as well, a lot of tarts and everything. And yes, there were even cupcakes.
She is definitely aiming more for the desserts and the fresh stuff because meat won't travel, but there's definitely a steak or two in her bag. She
So
doesn't even
you
know what the lobster is. So she's like, that's a weird bug. I don't want to eat that.
Yes. We do not like pescatarians on this channel. But you go ahead, you shove in what is at least a week's worth of food into your bag. At the very least, a week's worth of food. If you want to aim for more, you can stealth it, but that's a week's worth that you got for no rolls.
Nice.
Anyone else
I'm
want
adding
to
that to my inventory.
anyone else want to steal things from these poor rich people while you're at it?
Yes. I definitely want to steal some cake because I promised Brittany I would get her a slice of cake. So I'm definitely like grabbing. I just imagine myself grabbing a whole tier because this is like probably a multi-tier cake. I'm
Yeah,
literally
it
gonna
is.
grab like a whole tier and be like, "Let's go!"
You got a whole tier pillaging this girl's party. Damn. You got a whole tier of the raspberry mousse chocolate
Yes.
cake. Does anyone else want to plunder while we're at it? No?
I mean, I'll take care of the dad too if no one else is going to, but
You can
Kim
do
sort of
it.
assumed she'd done her part, and while everyone else is doing the chaos, she's just clearing the table and dinner first.
Inky, shoot him in the face.
He's like, I did my part. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Oh, yeah, I want to either, if he's alone, the quiet way might be to use my sword to end this man.
Do what
mean,
you
it's
wish. Give me a melee. Give me a melee.
It's a perfect setup because the lights are going all haywire now. So
Yeah, like I'm not sneaky, but I feel like the distraction's doing its work. So that's a 19 with my katana.
Okay. So, in true Assassin's Creed like flash fashion, you plunge the sword into this man as he looks up, stunned at you all, just clearly. Just looking confused. As one, who is this lower class person and why are they in this party? But also the fact that he's now dying on the floor.
Bye.
as I'm running, I feel like I'm gonna run past you and be like, "Don't forget the flash on your picture."
Yeah, yeah.
As he is, I do want to say, as he's clutching onto his body, onto his heart, you can vaguely make it out what he's saying just because of all the yelling and the chaos. Is that even if you kill me, you'll just ruin your life like the fuck up you are.
Oh, you're so late to this game. Like, I was born into this. It's way too late for me. But thank you for thinking of me in your final moments. I feel very honored.
You all look around each other.
Not like your dying wife right there.
Yeah, he can't even see his wife, dog.
Yeah. On the way out, I will snap a picture of the wife dead on the switch.
You all look at each other and then around yourselves as blood and corpses swamp the once prosperous Titanian princess. It was horridly still, even though there was still chaos. It lacked life. It wasn't stranded out at sea because it didn't leave port, but it might as well have been a ghost ship. Now, you can all leave, but let me ask, what are your thoughts as you wait for Brittany, who's right outside?
I have her cake.
I mean, I'm fine killing our way out, but I also don't like to kill for free. So
Well, I currently look like one of them, so I'm gonna scream and panic my way past any guards to get out, stop at my closet to grab my stuff,
So they're all more
take my
focused
coat
on
back off
the.
of the still unconscious lady.
They're not guarding the doors anymore. They're more focused on the dead Arasakas and trying to figure out who did it. So, doors are free.
I think the same
Kill
way.
just walks back out, stops in at the closet where she dropped the unconscious lady she stole a dress off of, takes her coat, and just heads to the car. She is done. She's got her bag full of snacks, she's got some fancy jewelry, a posh dress. She's out of here. Mission accomplished.
So, as you all return to land, Brittany is right there to escort you all back into Night City. Wow, so despite all the blood on you guys did it. Congratulations. I don't know what to say. I mean, you guys are alive.
I don't know why you think we wouldn't be.
Mostly.
Listen, I'm not trying to talk down to you guys. I just couldn't do what you do. The blood freaks me out, so.
You just see a bloodied hand, like, move in front of you and just hand you a slice of cake. Like, Brittany, I brought you some cake.
How did your hands get bloody? Is the question.
What did you
I feel like
touch?
I don't know. I
What did
probably
you
touched one of you who are bloody. Look, here's some piece of cake. I feel like my character would have definitely helped everyone get in the car. So I touched somebody. Here's a piece of cake, Brittany. I hope you like it. It's like raspberry something.
Thanks, I love chocolate. And like she puts it, she like kind of wraps it in like napkins and like puts it away. Just like, wow, thanks. Well, I guess, and she begins to pull off, but she looks behind at you guys, just like, well, I guess you guys did it. What was the job like?
Do you really want to know? Or.
I mean, yeah, I guess I
Well,
don't.
mine was an asshole, so he was very easy. He inspired me. It was like he wanted to die.
I used a cupcake.
To live like one of those quacks on that ship. To be one of them. I mean, congrats, but I'd rather not live with the possibility of being flatlined whenever I do a job. Good job for you guys, though. Oh, by the way, do you want me to return you to Militech or to some club or to your apartment blocks? As soon as I picked you up, it registered as complete on the taskbar for you guys for your assignments, so.
Did we get our money?
Yeah, I'd love to get my
Do
money
we need
and then
it's
go
a lot
out.
of deposit, wasn't it?
You guys
Yeah.
have to call Steven for that. I don't mess with the money.
We have Steven's direct number? I will
Yes,
call
you
Steven.
all do have Steven's direct number. So Steven shows up on your peripheral. Wait, who's calling?
I'll call.
Okay. Okay. So Steven shows up on your peripheral, just like, there, my little troopers. He sounded excited to hear from you all, yet the look on his face wasn't natural. To see him naturally smile at you all must have meant hell froze over. Luckily for you, it was still very much unnatural. You guys did great. Those fucking pigs and lawmen are checking out the entire ship now. You guys did amazing.
Thank you. We definitely tried our best. Did a little dancing, ate a little cake, killed a couple people. You know, it was a good night overall.
I'm so glad for that. Having mango mousse straight from France, it's really what time is. It's really times like that are worth killing for, which I guess you did. But anyway, I know you guys are calling up about your money. Don't worry. There's no new job until tomorrow. Here's your direct deposit of euro dollars is going into your respective accounts. Good work today, guys. He swiftly disconnects. He doesn't like talking to you guys at all. But then on the side of your respective peripherals, your taskbar, you can see a notification of plus 2,000 euro dollars making its way onto your interfaces.
This is the best part.
Not bad for a night's work.
My favorite part.
So do you want to, like, where am I supposed to drop you guys off?
We going out?
We're central.
I mean,
Yeah, do we want to go out, grab
Yeah.
a drink, and go home? I'm still dressed up.
Yeah.
To the nines. You don't
I
fit
got
into
my-
where
I
I
got
go
my leather
out.
coat on over top of the fancy dress.
Be
I
like,
got
yeah,
the
be
leather
like,
coat on over the fancy dress.
you know, the clubs around here I heard are phenomenal. The body shop apparently has some great dancers and even better brain dances. The Rusalka is also apparently some old burlesque club with a bunch of joy toys and like rocker boys in there. Oh, there's also the Kitty Cat Club that I heard has really good alcohol present.
you said the magic words. Kitty
Sounds like that's
cats.
the one.
Well, I'll drive you around there, and I guess that'll be it for tonight. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow, right?
Unless you
Right
want to
and
come
early.
with us.
I am unfortunately still on the clock. When I'm not driving around for you guys, I'm driving around for execs. So, I just have to stay on the clock. I don't really sleep. My shift's still going. Sorry.
So what you're saying is next time. Got you.
Sure, enjoy your nights out. And she drops you off in front of the Kitty Cat Club. She nods towards you all, waving you all off. She is wiping off the sides of the cake that was bought back for her from the blood and has like a small little plastic spoon, and she's like digging it. She's like, this is good shit. But you were all officially off on business hours right now. She likely, as she said, be back to pick you up in the morning, but as all said, you got paid and you are now all free for the night. As you all stepped out of the AV and looked around, the loud blaring music, bright neon lights, and the big colorful signs, and mass amounts of people present, you knew this to be none other than the Kitty Cat Club. It was beautiful in every way, shape, and form. Of course, the upper levels were only meant for the more esteemed guests, but still, even the lower levels, meant for the lower classes like yourselves, was still nice. In truth, it was more like one of those reprieves that was scarcely afforded to any of you. To be here, you had to drop a pretty dime to even step up in here. Either way, you can now have a bit of a night on the town. So, what are you doing within this club? What are you guys up to?
Shots.
Shots.
Everybody. So, you all make your way up to the bar. You see a young woman with this bright blue neon hair, bright hot pink lipstick on, just like, hi, welcome to the Kitty Cat Club. What can I get for you?
Hi, love your lipstick. Can we get 1, 2, 5 shots?
Okay. Is that all?
And I will look to the rest of the group.
Start.
Yeah, for right now.
Okay, it's all on you. And she goes ahead, starts fixing them for you guys, placing it down in front of you guys, you can see a lot of people partying, basically a bunch of people having fun. You could even probably see a few lower ranked corpos lingering around in the crowd, just having a good time. Now, as you all are getting wasted and having the time of your lives, you all seemingly, your problems fade away from you. Even though the city was filled with pollution, both noise-wise and visually, it was beautiful in its own macabre way. After you all parted ways, leaving that night, you made your ways to your apartments that were all, to some extent, shitty. It was all you could afford. So it was all you could manage. Point being, it was good enough for you. Yet as you all wake the next morning, the news from your monitors alerts you all to, or reminds you all of what you fully did. Even if the alcohol could wipe it away for one night, the morning quickly came to remind you of what you did. At the party you all attended last night, among the family you massacred, one was left alive. The princess of the Arasaka family. It was stunning. You thought you had killed them all, or at least most of you had thought you had killed them all. You had been sent in to indiscriminately kill everyone, and ended up leaving one survivor left. And all you could hear at the end was your supervisor calling you up, yelling at you, saying, "You always kill off the fucking bloodline." And that'll be all. I'd like to thank everyone for being a part of the first episode of Contour and Charisma. Please, can everyone please go through and tell them a bit about yourselves and where they can find you before we finish for the night?
Yes, I can go first this time since I went last. Hello, everyone. My name is JJ, and I was playing Mirror. You can find me on Twitter at JJ_Cray or here on Twitch at BennyMer97. And I am a streamer, TTRPG performer, and your friendly neighborhood TTRPG chef. So, hello. Thank you all for joining us. I had an amazing time with my table. Much love.
I am Cassidy, awkward Cassidy _ on Twitter, and you can find me on various things here on Girls Memory Worms. I had a blast today.
I'm Amanda, and I am balderdashing on most social media, mostly Instagram and TikTok. You can also find me on Vancouver by Night, where I play in a D&D game there that's currently on hiatus, but it's got a lot of back episodes to watch. Fandolin by Night. Other than that, I just make a lot of dumb TikTok videos in character, so I guess we can look at this one coming up, because if I've got the makeup done, I'm gonna make videos for it.
Hi, I'm Arc. I'm Arcanian Ending everywhere. I stream here mostly. I have my own channel. Yeah, you can follow me. Played Inky. It was super fun. Thank you, Story Mistress, for telling the story tonight, and looking forward to 4 more weeks.
I'm DK at Avadarlings on Twitter, which is really the only place that I go anymore, or over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. And I was Sweetheart, and I may have gotten us all in a lot of trouble. Sorry about that.
And lastly, I am Cosmic Dazai, your story mistress for the night. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at cosmic_Dazai. And I am so happy that I have this wonderful cast for me for the first cycle of Contour and Charisma. Please check out the rest of Girls Run These Worlds content. They stream every day. And please, please, please see us next Sunday as the group shows off their precious cats, and also as we deal with the consequences of our Rocker Boys actions. Thank you all. Having a great night.